The South African Social Security Agency is reportedly experiencing delays in the payment of social grants to beneficiaries. It's due to backlogs. The agency says beneficiaries of the 350 Rand grant should be aware that the payment dates are not fixed and that they're generally determined by the last digit of their South African ID numbers. Sassa spokesperson Paseka Letsatsi joins me now for an update tonight. Mr. Letsatsi, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. Sassa has been running the system for a number of years now. So incredibly disheartening to see that even to date, we still have experiences where clients of Sassa are not able to access their grants. What is the problem?
Good evening, Kathy, and thanks for having me. I think we need to quickly clarify the matter. One, it's still news that there was a glitch. In actual fact, because we've been paying on the 25th, and last month the 25th passed and there was no payment. And it's not because there was a glitch, there was a delay, because basically what we do, it's an assessment of all applicants. If you apply this month, the following month we still do the same assessment to check if your conditions have not changed. So in this instance, that's what happened. However, since then, everybody has been paid, and from now going onwards, people will be paid. And we have taken a decision on top of that, Kathy, that we are going to publish the payment schedule so that people can then be able to see when is the next payment date. We'll do it on social media platforms. We'll take it out so that we do not necessarily have the confusion.
When you talk about being able to effectively verify the credentials of each and every recipient every month, are there no efficient ways of doing that that doesn't result in these delays? Because Sassa, of all agencies, knows just how much the recipients of this 350 Rand grant rely on that money.
We are alive to that reality, Kathy, but our system is such that it's able to check. But we are also aware of the fact that conditions of individuals change. And I think we must also make it very clear that the threshold is 624 in terms of what should be found in your account. Hence, we are saying it happened in the month of July. However, that was since rectified, people were paid. And I think because this is August, people were beginning to ask questions whether they'll be paid or not. So we know that we're on track, we're on a schedule. We also understand that the 350 people rely on it to make sure that they do whatever they need to do in terms of buying the goodies. But we just want to say it on record here and now, Kathy, that we issue out, as we speak with you now, we have taken a decision that we're going to publicize.
But why weren't you doing that in the first place? The dates for the other grants are well known.
No, remember, this is not a permanent grant. This 350 is about it's an intervention which was done by government. It's not a permanent grant, but because we are alive now that there's unnecessary panic which is caused when the 25th is approaching. I mean, today is the 21st. People start asking those particular questions. To deal with it, to bury it once and for all, Kathy. When you check your social media platforms, you will find the schedules of when people will then be paid going forward.
And in terms of communication, Paseka, with your customers, with your clients, because that's what these individuals are, they're your clients, do you think that you've done enough to ensure that when they are experiencing problems, you are responsive to those issues? Because certainly when one looks at those that have taken to social media to complain, it seems to me that Sassa largely has been unresponsive to questions from clients that are, of course, bearing the brunt of, either the delay in the payment of this grant and needing to have a bit of clarity about when they can expect these monies.
No, you're quite right, Kathy. I think we have identified all these platforms where we'll then be able to share the information. And one of the platform which you have just mentioned is social media. But we also know that we'll come through to the electronic media as well. just to be able to share this particular information.
But why not communicate with the clients directly? You have their numbers. Why not make it standard that you communicate also on their mobile phones with them?
Then it means, Kathy, we must communicate with more than 20 million people every month. And on top of what Sassa is paying, it means they must, you know, that for us to be able to issue an SMS to you or WhatsApp, it doesn't come free of charge. Therefore, it means there will be an added money in terms of what we administer. So we're trying to make sure that the money that is available in the kitty is directed to people so that they are able to get their pay. But obviously as well, to make sure that the systems are such that they are able to pick up anomalies. And one of the important things which I need to mention is that our system is such that it's able to bounce the information with all other government agencies. And this is to prevent the double dipping, but obviously we are also trying to make sure that what the AG picked up at some point where people try to commit fraud, we basically we prevent that from happening.
So on what date then will the grant be administered this month?
We are going to publish it. We took a decision in a meeting today, Kathy. When people wake up tomorrow, we'll make sure that it's uploaded. But obviously, because we're doing it on the 25th, we just want to verify that. But by tomorrow, when you click, in fact, even yourself, because I've got your contact details, I will definitely share it with you. But we have taken that resolution.
So you'll publish the dates tomorrow?
We will definitely publish the dates going forward in terms of how people are going to get the paid.
Yes, I'm asking you when you're going to publish that information. Are you going to do that tomorrow? Okay, all right. Sassa spokesperson, that is Paseka Letsatsi.